Breakfast at Tiffany's, the Oscar-winning movie starring Audrey Hepburn, and #1 in the list of the top 10 most iconic films in fashion. So what is it about a film that was made almost 50 years ago that has made it so influential?
Well, Breakfast at Tiffany's was one of the first films where a designer, a couture designer called Hubert Givenchy, worked with an actress, in this case Audrey Hepburn. They collaborated together to make the wardrobe, and it was the ingredients of which are still popular today. The Breakfast at Tiffany's look was black ballet pumps, black dress, or LBD as it's now called, trench coat and big sunglasses. And this film was made 45 years ago, and it's still got it's a look that girls still wear today.
Now, as you would expect, the poll threw up a whole host of mixed opinions. Coming up behind Breakfast at Tiffany's was American Gigolo, the film that did so much for Armani. And after that, Desperately Seeking Susan, the film that in some ways did so much for Madonna. Now, the poll has been conducted by American Express Red, and whenever you use the credit card, 1 penny of every pound spent goes towards the Global Fund for fighting HIV and AIDS in Africa. And the fashions that start on the catwalks and in the movies often make their way into the high street.
I think films definitely influence fashion. Although I'm not a great movie watcher myself, but you know, if I ever go to the cinema and I see you know, women dressed nice and whatever, it definitely does. I agree with that.
Well, that's difficult to say. I'd say perhaps American Gigolo, definitely Thomas Crown Affair, and I don't know, Desperately Seeking Susan.
Why those films in particular?
I don't know, they just stick out in my mind, and I just remember seeing the films and thinking, gotta get this, gotta get that.
The Breakfast at Tiffany's, absolutely, and the Thomas Crown Affair.
Why is that?
That wardrobe that Renee Russo wore was fabulous. All the stuff was, everything. She came out every time in a different kit, in a different outfit. It was, I want that one.
Now, there weren't very many modern films in the top 10, but one that did creep in there really created a stir when it was released in the mid-90s.
Well, Pulp Fiction, well, where do we begin? It was such an exciting, cool film at the time. Quentin Tarantino was at the height of his powers. It was influential for women and for men. For women, it was, you know, Uma Thurman and her black bob and her dark red, almost black nails.
Now, of course, they always say that accessories make the outfit. What kind of accessories do you think are influenced by film?
Well, funnily enough, I mean, accessories are the most powerful fashion items at the moment. It's where all the money's made, shoes and bags, sunglasses and jewellery. It's quite strange, you know, at Grazia where I work, all the girls are talking about this American Express Red card as being a cool fashion accessory, I suppose because it gives money to the Global Fund that helps fight AIDS in Africa. I think people are finding ways to make, like for example, Stella McCartney has never used fur or skins in her collection, and suddenly her shoes and bags are very hip and they don't use leather. And it's not just because they don't use leather that people are buying them, they buy them because they like them. And I think that the key shift has been, I'm not buying this top because it's organic, I'm buying it because I like it and it happens to be organic. So there's been a shift from it being like knitted muesli to being super cool items in their own right that happen to do good. And I think that that's the way forward.